welcome back everybody to another episode on the server. Somebody's making comments about the last video already in chat. Now, since the end of the last video, I've actually expanded this. We've got the farmer Smiths. All these villagers' last name is Smith. They're all from one family. They work together to produce a lot of stuff. But we've got the farmer Smiths here. We've got the, what are you guys called again? Armorers. Armorsmiths. Armorsmiths, toolsmiths, all the smiths. We've got them all here. And I like this little design. If you go down from the bottom, you can kind of see all of them go. That's what I wanted, to see all these little, it's like looking into a beehive and seeing all the little bees. No offense, I'm sorry. Seeing all the little bees working and doing everything. So yeah, it's turning out really good. I've got at least one more layer. I've got to get a weaponsmith section set up, and then I also need to set up the books, because right now I've only got two. I've got two good ones. I've got I think it's mending and silk touch. Oh, hi there, you're in my... Hello. Hi, you just worked in the middle of a thing. That's fine. Hi, how's it going? As you can see, I'm making some changes here too. We are in the process of creating a sorting system for our storage system down there. So I'll get to that here in a minute and show you what's going on with it. But yeah. Yeah, that's why I need to change the worm. That's why I need to change it. No problem. Look. Oh, wait, no, don't yell at her. No problem. Look around. Loco around. Loco. Look. I meant look. Oh my gosh, I can't type. I mean, look. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a second. I'll show you what's going on. Let's get started. So this is the kind of area that we're going to be working with. I actually dug out a little bit under the base. I gave a little extra area underneath, and I'm going to clear out hopefully all four sides. Maybe not that side, because that's the side I'm going up and down, but I'm also supposed to be making this into an elevator. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see what's going on. But as you can see over there to your left, you can see I've actually already made one of the sections, and I really like how this has turned out. You've got... In the process of making this, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do some research. And did you know that there are almost 700 stackable items in Minecraft? 700 items. 700. I only can store one of them per slot here. I think this is 54. I think one side is 27. I'm going to need so many if I want to store everything. So obviously we're not going to get to store everything, but I'm going to try and store the items that I have the most... Rubber band. I'm going to try and store the items I've got the most of, and we're going to start over here. And for those of you who do not know, actually, you are set up in the wrong position. Why do you do this to me? I make the video and you make me look bad. This is the basic setup if you're trying to do a item sorter. Now, how do you make an item sorter, you ask? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Well, maybe you didn't ask and you just want me to shut up, but you came to the wrong video for that. We actually went over and helped Blue make a little sorter system for one of his ranger farms, and I got some clips of us doing that. It was kind of fun. This is one of my first steps into actually trying to teach somebody about redstone and what the different components do. We kind of got into what comparators do, the locking mechanism of hoppers, all that. So we'll see what's going on. And oh, hello, Blue. Funny, it's like you know I was talking about you. Anyway, here's some clips of that. Enjoy that, and I'm going to get to work on this. And yeah, we'll come back when it's hopefully mostly done. So,
There you go.
hey there, Blue. So I hear you need some help making a storage system.
Yes, I know how to make storage systems. It's the auto sorting I need help with.
Yeah,
So
and
I
it's
figured
it's actually
pooping out.
odd that you ask this because I'm currently in the process of building one over at my base because I got tired of
Oh.
having all my chests that I have to look through, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's actually very fresh in my mind, so it should be fairly easy to explain.
Oh, sweet. And this should be a fairly easy one. I just need it for my ranger farm.
Okay, sounds good.
Uh,
And
yeah, these. Go
all
for
that
it. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. All that you're gonna need for one, if you want to filter one item, this is all you need in this chest. The lime concrete is just gonna be building blocks that you'll make the filter with, but
Okay.
the actual mechanical components is just gonna be this. And even one of the hoppers you can replace with a water stream if you wanted to go that route.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So,
I have a redstone box. I'm not sure if I have
well,
everything, but
well, I'll go ahead and just get this out, and I'll build it up real quick because it's again very simple design, and
uh
then we'll go over why the design is the way that it is and what it's doing.
okay. So as far as materials, this is my redstone box. I obviously need more things, but
Oh, you're gonna need a capacitor or a comparator.
right.
And then other than that, you've got everything in here.
I need. Oh, I have plenty of chests in here too. Cool.
Yeah, this is literally it.
So how do I make comparators again? Okay.
Yeah,
I think I got everything.
okay.
I think. Wait a second.
Well,
How many redstone torches do I need?
just one
Oh, cool.
per
That's
item
all I have.
filtered.
Oh, I might need more then.
Yeah, eventually
So
when you build it.
here, let me show you the room I have to work with.
Okay,
Ego.
sounds good.
Trying to call you Ego from now on
Sounds good.
Minecraft.
Yee.
It's
I'm
hard, like remembering to call people.
I know, because we tend to be so personable.
So we care about each other.
Stop it, you freak.
Uh-oh.
Our cat loves to eat plastic,
Oh,
so
that's not good.
so he is now trying to munch on a.
Piece of plastic.
Or yogurt.
What'd you say?
Yogurt and granola for breakfast?
Yogurt and granola for breakfast?
Is that what you want this week?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Ego says he loves them.
Okay.
All right.
I'll send some right away.
Might take a while.
Okay. All right.
So I cleared out this whole area. I figured this would be plenty.
Oh
of
yeah,
space.
this is plenty of space because this is only for the ranger drops, right? So you're only getting bones and arrows and bows and such.
Correct. Yes.
So the stackable items like the arrows and the bones, you'll only need 2 filters for them. And the rest of the stuff, non-stackable filters are a lot more complicated, and I don't know if you even want to keep those, but you can set up overflow protection for those very easily as well.
Well, I was thinking mostly I just need the bones. Like I don't even need the arrows.
Okay, so you just want
Everything else
bones.
can be garbage. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is gonna be the bone meal for the flower farms.
Oh no, I got kicked.
I got kicked.
No. Anyway, as I was saying, this is going to be super easy. You really wouldn't even have to put in. Well, no, you still would just to make. Okay, yeah, but you'll only need 1 filter. So what the materials you have will be all you need, and then we can send everything else into lab.
I have right now 2 ranger spawners up there.
Okay, yeah, it'll.
It's pumping out a lot. My goal is to eventually get a 3rd, and then I'll have like basically unlimited bone meal.
Is like, are you getting? How much are your rates? Because if you have a whole lot, we might need like a couple hoppers feeding into the sorter. But other than that, I really think just having this 1 sorter here should be enough.
Well, it's hard to tell because you have to stand up here in order to activate it.
Oh, and then you have to go down and slash and then go up.
No, it's auto kill.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not
auto
us-
kill.
this is not used as an XP grinder at all. It's just for bones. So if you give it a second, you'll start to see them just flow right out.
Oh, this is their kill chamber.
Yes. Yep.
So if I go down there, it would not be good.
Well, you would get hurt, but you have good gear, so you won't die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like I said.
Why don't you stay up there and I'll look down here. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. The only thing this is going to be for is for bones. This is going to just be my straight up bone. And I've been wondering if I should tweak like the spawn rates and make it so that animals drop bones, but these guys don't, because it doesn't quite make sense with what they are now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to change too much.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't think you need to go into all that work. Yeah. Even with this, you're not hitting them with looting or anything like that. One filter should be more than plenty. So, do you want me to just go ahead and make it, or do you want me to show you how you can make it?
I want to learn.
Okay, then.
Because like I said, this is definitely something that is what. Well, I mean, I want to learn redstone too.
Yeah, that's why you've joined our merry gang.
I'm still not sure why you guys invited me, but that's okay.
You're the pack mule. How many times do I have to tell you?
I'm the one that said that. You called me an apprentice.
Intern? Something?
Intern. Whatever.
So, literally, this is all you're going to need as far as supplies go. And then, underneath this, you can add more hoppers, add more chests to as much or as little as you want.
Okay.
But you... Go ahead.
I was going to say, where does the garbage go? So this is obviously feeding into the actual system.
Right. Your input would be above this. So you'd either have a... Well, let me see if I can get up here. You would either have a hopper flowing into this, going sideways, or you'd have a water stream. Let me see if I can do this real quick. So the end product would look like this. So you'll have that a hopper line that's going to feed all your items through, going off in this direction at the top of it.
Oh, and that can lead into...
Yeah.
So I would need like a dispenser, right, to pump them out?
Right.
Or...
And the auto dispensing dispenser is an easy setup too that I can show you.
Sweet.
But this would, if you have it set up right, with these, you need a total of 44 filter items set up in this hopper that is right behind the comparator. That second one.
A total of 44?
44 plus whatever you're going to be filtering. Say it's rockets. If I put 24 rockets up here at the top of that, it'll filter down into this chest at the bottom, but it'll leave one in there. And that one item is what creates your filter and lets whatever you want flow through it, and you have the other ones as just filler.
Interesting. Okay.
And I would suggest not using just a normal block. I'd take a stack of bamboo and rename it to something, because if I were to accidentally put another piece of bamboo in here, it would take my filter away. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you have to rename the bamboo.
Or whatever block you want to use as your... I call it the filter block. Whatever you want to use for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be bamboo.
Okay. Let me get some materials and I'll rename it quick.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me with this, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course. This is what the guild tries to do. It tries to educate the masses on the wondrous invention that is redstone.
Let's see here. What would be a good filter item? What do I have a lot of that I don't need a lot of?
Iron.
Excuse me? I mean, well, actually, you're right. I probably could do that. Just get like a stack or two of iron ingots and
you only need 44 because you're only going to be filtering out one item.
Well, right, but then I have my redstone box. I can have
Yeah.
some filter items in there.
Yeah.
All right. So what should we name? I'm just gonna name it to filter.
Yeah. I named my bamboo to COVID-19. It's everywhere.
You'll always know when you actually made that stuff.
Exactly.
All right. So now I got a couple stacks of filter items for my redstone box.
So I'll go ahead and take out my filter bamboo. And you can put a total of 44 in there. But fill up all the slots. So you fill up all and then put the rest of the stack in one of the slots. Blue, why are you doing it like that?
What do you mean? 40? 40. You said 44, right? Oh, but I got to fill up every slot.
Right. There you go.
No, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was wondering for a second, like, does he not know the whole right click to only put one in and then left? But I got what you were doing. Now, say you.
Well, I had 64. I didn't have 44.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I hope that explains it.
Yeah. Now you can put whatever you would want to filter through that hopper in that last available slot.
Okay, but just one, correct?
Just one, yeah.
Well, I'll do what you did. Rockets.
Now,
right, so that's not going to filter, huh? Is that because this comparator is turning it off?
Exactly. So that comparator, when you have one more item in there, sends this redstone down, powers this repeater, and turns off this torch. Because that torch is locking these hoppers and not letting anything flow through them.
So the comparator, okay, so I've been trying to figure out what comparators do. These things take the amount of that's in an item and sends a signal, correct?
Correct. It tracks the flow of items through entities, like through chests, furnaces, anything that has an inventory in and of itself.
Okay. So this thing is going to once another item goes in there, it's going to activate the comparator, and it's going to.
I'll go ahead and send some stuff through it so you can see it activate when it. Go ahead and stand back and watch the side of it.
Oh,
And you'll see the redstone activate. You see how that torch on the bottom is off now?
Yeah.
And you see that little flashing?
Yeah.
That's because it's in the process. Every time one item goes through, in that same tick, another item's being flowed down into it. So this is constantly giving a little update, but it also turns off this redstone torch, which is powering and locking all these other hoppers.
Huh.
Now, one thing that and we can actually work around this torch technically is actually locking both of these hoppers. So you have one of your items stuck up here and one of your items stuck down here, and these two.
Oh.
So we can. Well, no, we can't actually. That's just part of it. You might have a little bit backed up in the system, but it's still filtering. You're only getting flight duration 3 coming through, and I can put cobblestone, a flint and steel, stone, bamboo, everything in this top hopper, and it's not.
Will go through.
No movement. Yeah.
Okay then.
So yeah, this is literally it, and this is what they call tileable, which means you can put another one right next to it and filter something with that second row, and then you can do it again and again and again and again and again.
Okay, so let me attempt to build this, and maybe you can supervise.
Yes, go ahead.
Let's see if I can remember how. Somebody said my name, but.
Say my name.
Did you just say my name? Asher just sang it too. That was really weird.
Oh no. I didn't realize the effect our congregation would have on her for the long term.
She's always been that way.
You acting kind of shady. You calling me baby. Why the sudden change?
She's still singing.
Yeah, I can hear her. Something else that I didn't mention with that filter system up there, the way you have the hoppers placed and facing are important too with the filter
Right.
side of things. You'll have to have those not facing into each other, like facing into the filter blocks. Or, well, the blocks that made the filter at the back.
I think I know what you're saying. We're gonna need to get up higher though.
Actually, do I have some scaffolding?
That would be easier. I don't have any.
I've
I
got-
haven't made a bamboo farm yet.
I've got bamboo. Do you have string?
String. I do have some string.
You know what? Hold on one second. I'm gonna make this easy just because I want to.
Oh, somebody cheating.
I'm warping. Leave me alone.
And I thought you were a pro.
I am a pro, and I use
No,
this
you're
when I
not.
want to.
No. I've just lost a little respect for you.
Fine then, build your own filter.
Okay. All right, I'm opening this up. I need 41, you said, right?
44.
44.
But,
so here's 20.
yeah. And you need to fill every slot in there except for that first. Yeah. And now you can put a bone in that empty slot. And that's your filter completed.
Okay. Now I can just go down with this and add.
Right. I would go down, add a couple and have at least the next two hoppers. Well, at least the next hopper face into the cobblestone and not face down into the next hopper. It's raining.
Okay. Now just all the hoppers will be facing into these.
chest, yeah. And now you've got bones coming into the very bottom chest. And I'm taking out this cobblestone because it's preventing you from opening that top chest.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so that will give me a decent amount of bone meal.
Yep. Yeah, and it's moving slowly but surely into that bottom chest.
So now we just need to filter out the garbage into, like, I have a lava bucket.
Well, that's the thing. You already are, because anything that comes down into here that can't move through this bone filter will automatically
Right.
go through here. So now,
Right,
yeah,
right.
all you have to do is
we need a disposal.
right. You just need the disposal set up. It's already done.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
You
back. So, how? I
So comparator obviously will detect when an item comes into
Right.
there. You take
and it'll power.
it'll take that signal. The repeater strengthens that signal coming out, which
Okay.
takes it around and powers this block here,
Uh-huh.
and it also sends a signal around this way that will cut off this signal so it doesn't turn into a clock.
Okay, this is definitely something I have to wrap my head around.
So if there is an item that comes through here, actually I'm gonna put an item in this first hopper just to simulate something coming through here that's not in your filter, just to make sure it works.
Oh, everything clicked?
Yep.
Okay, yeah,
And
stop.
it stopped because I only put 2 things in there. So ask me questions. What questions do you have?
Okay, so let me see here. This signal goes into here, powers this, which powers this and this.
Correct.
Okay, so when it powers these two things, it runs this way, hits this repeater. This repeater is what powers the block.
Right. And by powering that block, you then power the actual dispenser.
And what is and this is supposed to cut it off?
Right. Because I believe if we don't have this here, it just does that and gets
And
stuck.
it stays on.
So one of the things of the comparator is it takes whatever signal it has minus the strength of the signal that's coming in to the side. So the fact that you have this signal coming into the side here turns off this comparator, which kills the entire system.
Okay, and it still will keep running as long as there's stuff inside here.
As long as there's still stuff inside there, it'll still run and do its thing.
Interesting. And is it because the repeater is a little faster?
No, all the repeater is doing is making me fall.
Whoa, what happened?
No, I just fell down. I went too far to one side. I'm fine. All the repeater is doing is making sure that this block is powered, and also, if that repeater wasn't there, you'd have another redstone line going into the side, and it wouldn't do anything. You would just have a clock like this.
Okay.
So it's using the function of a redstone clock in relation to powering this so that you can kill the signal.
Okay. Interesting.
Because
I understand how it's built. I'm still a little fuzzy on why it does that, but
okay.
Yeah.
So if I'll do this again just so you can, because I think having this here will help. So having just one item in there now, you see how it's flashing and going in a pattern?
Right.
It's creating a redstone clock. Because
that's just always going.
And it will always go because the comparator is constantly being turned on and off by its own signal. Because it detects it in here, sends it out in this repeater. The repeater amplifies the signal because comparator signal strength is dependent totally on the amount of items that are in any entity.
Okay.
So with just one item in there, it has a redstone signal strength of 1.
Okay.
And then
the redstone signal one hits this repeater, which powers this block.
Right. And when it hits that repeater, the repeater turns that power of 1 into a power of 15. So when that power of 15 powers this one over here, it's 15 here, then moves over and it's 14, 13. And if the power coming into the side of this comparator is stronger than the item that it's facing into, that it's detecting, it turns off.
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Mumbo does a much better job of this.
I think I'm starting to understand what you're saying, but I need to repeat it.
Okay, so I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this real quick so I can show you a little bit easier. I think this is a better way to show off what the comparator actually does. So without a signal coming in from the side, it just automatically takes what's coming in the front, puts it out the back. But you can turn that signal going out the back off if you have a stronger signal going into the side of it.
Oh, okay.
And that mechanic is what you're using up there for that dropper, and it turns it into a clock because it does that, but in like an instant, every tick, it does that and creates that clock. And every time it powers it, it would take it to that repeater that was on the side and power that dispenser every time it turns on. So on, off, on, off, on, off, you get a
clicking,
and then you get that dispenser firing.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you have any questions? I'm sure you have a bunch of questions.
Well, I think as far as understanding redstone, I think I know a little bit more now than I did before.
Good. That's the goal.
So if you take that power source away, then it'll just continue this current through.
Right.
But if you have that power source there, it turns this off completely, which means the signal stops.
Correct. But it has to be, the signal coming into the side of it has to be stronger.
Yeah.
Right. Because you know redstone can carry a signal up to 15 blocks away. So
I was curious if it would continue in a straight line with a stronger current, but it doesn't.
yeah,
Okay.
no. It only goes out. It only outputs from the back. It can detect from all sides, but only outputs from the back. But yeah.
Okay.
I would suggest Mumbo has an in-depth explanation of how comparators work. I would highly suggest checking him out. But just for clarity, yeah, that's how it's working.
So this is done then?
Yeah, it's done. You made it. Good job.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work. As he apparently it also breaks my legs.
Your legs are strong.
Legs are strong, independent, don't need no floor.
Right. What'd you figure out?
Well, I figured out that this has got an issue, and I'll try and demonstrate with this. The way that we have it set up right now, your rangers are falling and landing on this hopper when they die. Right. So if a ranger say they drop 2 bones at once, and I'm gonna can I right click into the thing? There we go. If they drop 2 bones at once onto this hopper, I'm gonna simulate that by dropping 2 fireworks into it. This hopper splits it, and one will go into this chest, and one will go into the bottom chest.
Okay.
So if you have any multiple drops, it's going to cut down on your efficiency. So to fix that, we either need to move where the rangers drop over by 1, or we need to move the filter over by 1, so that we can limit the speed of stuff coming in.
So essentially what you're saying is we would need maybe 1 chest up there to collect the excess, and then everything else would be funneled next door?
Well, not necessarily, because these hoppers have an ability to hold up to 5 stacks of item at once and suck it all up.
Okay.
But the only issue is the feed speed for this one, since it has 2 outputs. If it gets too many items at once, it messes with the feed. We can bottleneck that by having 1 other hopper feeding into this one, so it only gets 1 item per tick. And the way
Oh, I think I know what you're saying, but because the guys drop on this guy and they drop 2 immediately, it messes up the... Oh.
And the way that hoppers work, they will always pull down before they push across. So if there's
if they have multiples at the same time,
they'll do it. Exactly. Oh. Yes, right, there you go. This is why I teach, for moments like this.
When your students understand.
Yeah.
Or not really, but that's okay.
You literally just said it. So, at this point you have an option. Is it easier to move this over by 1 block, or to move where the rangers fall over by 1 block?
I guess it doesn't really matter. And honestly, I've been thinking about changing the kill method to lava.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So if we do that, I might have even completely made this whole area for no reason, because we could have just killed him up there. But the drop is there, so let's just move the chests over. That might be fine.
Okay, let's move the filter over and the chest and everything. That sounds good. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Helping Blue out with his little bit of a redstone project. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did too, and hopefully you guys learned something. I was trying to explain it to Blue, but also I wanted to explain it in a way that hopefully you guys at home would understand as well. Poor Fangs. Where is it? Yeah, she made a trident for him. All day and all night, total of 1 trident. He's not working very well for him. I'm so sorry for your problems. But for us, now, we've got this side done, and we've got an intruder somewhere. We've also got this side done. I put in a lot of work, but you can see I don't have all this set up to sort yet. Mainly because I don't want to work on this anymore. I'm going to go do another project. I've spent literally probably about 2 or 3 days just working on this and trying to get it all set up, digging it out, planning it. I'm done. I'm going to go work on one of our other products that we have up here. Because I started making a... Can you get me in there? Oh, gosh. What did I... How did I... What was I standing on? What's up there? Is there some kind of invisibility thing? Anyway, we're working on... I've been working on this little project as well in the background. My villager muncher. We've got our little converter dude down there. That's the back of my head. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Hello. He got a shiny sword. That's so he can whack, convert, super quick. And then we'll send them over into this little contraption where we turn them into super duper trade villagers. So I'm going to be working on that. I've got a list of books that I'm looking for so that we have all the stuff that we need to get our gear back if we happen to die. So... yeah, I'm going to be working on that in between episodes, getting this area set up and all that. But for now, I'm going to say bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!